All right. So this one says the graph of 10 to the negative x is given below. Use the graph to solve the equations for x and label the solutions. So this is very much like what we just did using Desmos a second ago. So it says the graph of 10 to the negative x is given below here. And they want you to use this graph to find these answers. Okay. So it says 10 to the negative x equals to 40. What do they want me to do? 10 to the negative x equals to 40. What would they like me to do here? Yeah, find out what x is. I know what my y is. Find x. So this is saying, hey, let's see, how do I put this question? What is your y when x, what is your x? My bad. What is your x when y is 40? So what we just completed on the other side, let's put that here, and then let's go here and make it just highlighted. Okay, so what's your x when y is 40? That's what they're asking you, right? So here, it's the same thing as me doing that other thing, and then I find the line that says 40. So this scale is really funny to me. So I'm going to take my time in rating it. It says this is 5. So each of these ways is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each of these ways, okay, so this whole thing is 50. So this is 25. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So each of these is going by 5. So I do take my time to read this. Otherwise, I don't know where 40 is. So, okay, so this is 25. So this is 30, 35, 40. So it's this line right here. So can you imagine that there's this kind of like, oh, that's too big. Sorry. That's too big. Sorry. Let's go with this color maybe. So my glittery pen that's going to show up in a second, that's the line y equals to 40, right? So what I want to do is I want to see, again, where they intersect. So this is going to have to be a guessy because it's not going to be exact, right? So what did you guys all guess? What was your x? Emily says 1.6, Miss Johnson. I have no idea. Let's see, 1.6. Did you mean 1.6 like over here? Oh, negative 1.6. My bad. Okay. So negative 1.6. That looks good. I'm not angry at that. We can check our answer, right? We can actually check our answer using Desmos. We can go like this. Let me clear out some of these so I can actually write. So here, I'm going to try 10 to the negative of negative 1.6. Oh, that's 39.8. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. If you got, a little bit more specific, maybe negative 1.65. Oh, that's too big. And like this, see how you're playing with that number a little bit there. So yeah, negative 1.6 is perfect. And now you can actually graph it and see which one it actually is. So like, let me do that to get a really super accurate answer. Let me turn all these guys off up here. Turn these off. And then I'll go with y equals to 40 for this one, right? So this is one of the ways that we're doing this. So here's that picture. You guys all see my picture. What's the most important part? Everyone says, Ms. Johnson, what's the most important part here? The intersecting part, right? Where they intersect. Okay. Oh, say sect, not sept, intersect. Intersect means where the curve crosses one of the axes. We don't want the intercept with a P. We want the intersection, right here. So Desmos does this fantastic thing that I'll click on it. And then, so do you see how here, when I click on it, it kind of highlights who it is. So it's negative 1.602. And remember when I put 1.61, it was close, but 1.602 is pretty darn it, right? So Ms. Johnson, did you want us to write 602 here? No, I just need you to understand what you're looking at and reading. So same thing goes here with 10 This one, actually, you guys can come up with this one on your own without even looking at this graph. But what is this one? 10 to the negative x equals to 10. What did you guys get as the answer here? Yeah, actually -1. Yeah, 10 to the negative first. And then again, check your answers. I can't tell you enough. I let you use a calculator on the test. You should be using a calculator on the test, right? And then, so let's say you put that wrong answer in there, like legit, this is what you guys would do during a test, right? So you would go to the, and you guys thought the answer was negative. And then I'm going to put a parentheses here to hold my X, right? So for those of you who said, Ms. Johnson, I think the answer is 1. So I'd put a 1 right here. I didn't want that. And then you're like, oh, I forgot the negative. Yeah, I hope that you guys are learning how I check my answer, because that is the most powerful part about math for me. It's the most powerful part. And so see, I just proved myself that I was right. If I really wanted to prove to myself that is right, then I'm just going to go over here to 10 and I'm going to see what the intersection is. Oh, you look at that, it's -10. So not a big deal for you guys to make mistakes, because while you're checking your work, you will find those mistakes. All right, but hey, look, we got 0.1, which we already got as our answer. Look, it's 0.1. So there goes that. So there's our answer with 1. So this is how you use a graph to find out some of those answers, right? So this says, let's take a closer look at the solutions you obtained from the graph. Consider the equation 10 to the negative x equals 10. Would you get the same result if you looked at base 10 log of both sides? Look at it here. So what they're saying here is, can you take the log base 10 of each of the sides? And then, so they did. Log base 10 of 10, log base 10 of 10. So can you please look at this as if they did something to both sides? They took the log base 10 of each side. Now, what does that mean, Ms. Johnson, when I take the log base 10 of both sides? What it means is it's almost like you adding 4 to both sides, or multiplying by 4 to both sides, or square rooting 4 to both sides. You did something to an equation, and because it's an equation, you did it to both sides. So this is the first time you've ever seen this. So just take a second and be like, oh, I see what they did. I see this 10 to the x right here. And I see this 10 to the negative x right here. Oh, and I see this 10 right here and this 10 right here. So what they did was they took the log base 10 of both sides. Ms. Johnson, can you take the log base 10 of both sides of an equation? I'll ask you a different question. Can you take the square root of an equation on both sides? And the answer is yes. Okay, so all they did is they took the log base 10 to both sides. This is the first time you're ever seeing it. So take your time and look at this. Log base 10. Remember, I told you there was one more way that we could do these problems up here. This is the other way. Okay. And so why is this so advantageous? Well, can you help me do this? What happens next? What's log base 10 of 10 to the negative x? What's log base 10 of 10? Or actually over here, what's log base 10 of 10? What is log base 10 of 10? Very good. Get your answer in there. Yeah, it's 1. It's 1. Very good. So Miss Johnson, so that's just 1 on this side. Yeah, remember how I used to do the big pink one? I'm not going to do that this time. So this is a 1. Oops, I did do a big pink one. Huh, that's funny. Sorry, I chose the wrong color. 1, right? Equals 2. All right, here's the kicker though. Hey, what's log base 10 of 10 to the negative x? What is this going to simplify to? Negative x. Very good. Ms. Johnson, how did it become negative x? This is the power rule. Remember the power rule that says something like log base 10 OB of b to the x. Wait, did we learn this one yet? Oh, okay. If you didn't learn this one, I'll show you how it goes. I'm going to use the power rule on this and pull the x all the way out in front. You guys comfortable with that? So this is x log base b of b. Well, what is log base b of b? What's log base 10 of 10? It's just that x, right? So this just equals to x. Okay, so this is another rule. I can't remember if we've talked about this one before for some reason. This is just equal to x. If the bases are the same, then you just get your exponent. I I think we did talk about this. My goodness, Miss Johnson. All right, here we go. So then I would want you to solve this. If negative x equals to 1, what is x equals to? If negative x equals to 1, what is x equal to? Yeah. Some people say this as the opposite of x. If the opposite of x equals 1, what is x? It's -1. Very good.